Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. True Gamer as always for you, and this is Little Planet. Little Planet is an indie VR life simulation game that is inspired by Animal Crossing. Basically, this game has you building your own area, just like you would in any Animal Crossing game. You can craft, trade items, build relationships with different characters, build housing, everything in between. Plenty of activities to do here in this game, so let's go ahead and hop right in and meet some of these crazy characters that are in this beautiful little world and little planet. You are first launched into the game to meet Beagle and Yoki, who are looking like a couple together. Not really quite sure, but they are definitely a dog and a fox of some sort. I could be wrong, but they basically show you the basics of the game and give you a backpack. After shaking a tree for a little bit, you find out that you can store things in your backpack and keep items and goods there for later use. Resources are also collected around the environment, which you can also store in your backpack and craft items later on in the game. You then set up a bonfire where Yoki and Beagle decide to celebrate your arrival with fireworks, which look absolutely fantastic in this cartoony environment. After the show, you are then given a cell phone by Yoki and Beagle, and that helps you keep in contact and keep track of your quests. Beagle then runs off into what looks like this portal, which actually you follow quickly behind him, and you are about to start your final journey onto your own planet. This is where Little Planet begins. You are first dropped off in an absolutely amazing environment, which is actually to you much bigger than a little planet. After wandering around for a while, you finally find Yuki, who once again teaches you more things. She teaches you how to craft items, how to build buildings, and meet the town folk around the area, and even decorate your own house. The big chunk of this game is basically managing resources. Everything in the environment is there for you to gather. Basically, certain resources let you build certain items, which allows you to keep progressing in the game. In order to actually build an axe, you have to shake a tree to get some wood, and then you actually have to find a stone. You go over to the crafting station, which crafts you an axe. Then you can start chopping trees down. Once you start chopping trees down, you can craft some more things to get a pickaxe and just keep gathering resources. These resources are pretty much how you collect everything you need to build everything that you need in the game. That is pretty much all there is to a lot of this game. It is a bit repetitive, but I do find it quite fun. Even though this game is still very early access, it does have a few hiccups with it as far as putting items into the backpack. Even I found it that walking up to trees sometimes with an axe, you kind of had to like sidestep around the tree in order for it to actually get close enough for the axe to strike the tree. So there's still little hiccups here and there as far as movement goes, but I think the devs are going to be working on a whole new motion system for this, because there's quite a few things in the environment you still get caught up on just in basic movement. One of the activities I did enjoy a whole lot was fishing. There's a little mission here where you have to collect a bunch of fish so you can construct an aquarium to put them all in. I thought that was really cool. You know, it's kind of relaxing. You can pull out all kinds of different fish. You know, there's different varieties, and each variety serves its own purpose. So I thought that was really cool and entertaining, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was something cool that, you know, a lot of video games do, but this was just another one of those things that is almost kind of like a must-have in this type of game. But definitely enjoyed it quite a bit. Now, building things can be kind of a pain in the butt just because of how the control scheme is. I think they most definitely need to work on that just a little bit. But once you get the hang of it and you figure out how to actually build, watching it be built is absolutely amazing. It's kind of cool. The animations are great. You got looks like invisible workers building up your big building for you. And you got a little bit of a celebration and stuff with the balloons once it's done, and you can see that from across the map, which is really cool. And then, yeah, you pretty much just go ahead and hop on in, and you can manually open the door and enter the shop. Once you're inside the shop, you can see there's all kinds of items and decorations and people working inside, which is totally cool and quite interesting. I just wanted to take a stroll on over here to the aquarium that we mentioned earlier. The inside of the aquarium is really cool. You can catch all kinds of fish and just throw them in a fish tank, basically, and pretty much admire them and kind of relax and just look at the fish whenever you'd like. Lastly, I kind of wanted to just show you the player housing deal. So eventually you meet Bentley, and Bentley basically gives you a few items from his own house that you can place into your house. And I didn't dive too deep into the player housing because it actually is on a timer. So when you buy items, they basically get shipped, quote unquote, to your house eventually. And it's on a countdown. And sometimes it takes a little while, but basically you just check your mailbox and eventually get your items. So in order to bypass all that, I'm going to show you what the inside of Bentley's house looks like. As you can see, it's kind of neat. You've got things hanging on the wall there, cabinets, plants, and things of that nature. So you also get to take pictures with a camera as well, which is really neat. And now we can see inside Bentley's house just a little bit better there. And basically, you can make your house look exactly like Bentley's is. So that's pretty neat. So overall, I think this game is absolutely fantastic. I had a fun time playing it. If you're a fan of Animal Crossing, you definitely want to play this. Now, I do want to say that the game is most definitely still in early access, so there are some hiccups. There is no smooth turning on it, which I think absolutely every developer should put smooth turning into a game. There is no seated mode, which I absolutely think there needs to be a seated mode as well, especially when you're relaxing and trying to play a game like this. Also, there is some hiccups when you're walking as far as the environment goes. So I do think they got to smooth out the environment and the movement system just a bit. But it is early access, so I guarantee they will fix that eventually. Other than that, I had a lot of fun building and crafting and fishing and checking out, customization on my house. So that was really cool. So if you're, like I said, if you're into Animal Crossing, this is definitely a game that you want to play. So once again, if you like what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will see you on the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great night.